Today's NFL Daily is presented by Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping on all of their men's grooming products when you go to manscaped.com/chat. The link will be in the comment section and the description in today's video. We're going to begin with some quarterback conversations on today's show as the Tom Brady rumors continue, and normally we would never discuss Donald Trump because this is chat sports, not chat politics, but when the former president, who is good friends with Tom Brady, says he thinks Brady isn't going to retire, that's actually kind of newsworthy. And here's what the Donald had to say on Brady, his old friend. Quote, "I think he's coming back because I watched the way he, everyone said he was retiring, but he didn't sort of say that. I think he might come back. And if you look at the statistics, he was leading virtually every category." The Brady conversation has gone from Schefter says he's retiring to maybe not to okay, I am retiring to well, maybe not, as the other big media outlets have said, well, not sure on that one. So we're going to come back to some more conversation here on Brady from more NFL people beyond just the Donald Trump quote there. But will Tom Brady play in the NFL in 2022? Type in Y for yes or type in N for no. Now on Fox Sports recently, Eric Mangini, the failed NFL head coach in spectacular fashion, mentioned several teams he thinks could be better fits for Tom Brady than the heavily linked San Francisco 49ers. Now, he focused on the teams whose offenses wouldn't need to change that much, which I get that mindset. But some of these four teams, what are we doing out here? The Niners, look, that's a big Mike Florio narrative. I get some of the background there. The other teams mentioned were the Las Vegas Raiders because of Josh McDaniels, both the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. Yeah, you heard right. Mangini's like the Patriots and Giants could sign Brady. We're going to break down all of these teams and why, even though I don't think Brady plays this year, why some of them make sense and some of them do not. So if Tom Brady plays, you can just type in retired if you don't think he's going to play, but if Tom Brady plays in 2021, who will it be for? Get your predictions or just stay retired in the comment section. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Let me know where Tom Brady plays, if anywhere, this upcoming season. The Raiders make sense at some level if Josh McDaniels doesn't want Derek Carr. Now, I am of the mindset that he does want Derek Carr, that those two think they could work together, but the presence of McDaniels in Vegas, it makes a little bit of background sense, a little bit. So, of the four, not the most outlandish. The Niners, meanwhile, have been the most linked team to Tom Brady if he decides to not retire and backroom deals his way to a different team and doesn't want to be in Tampa anymore, which would be just a wild storyline and wild event there. Now, Adam Schefter, who frankly has not been that great as of late, says the Niners might not trade Jimmy G, which I think he's gone. I don't see how the Niners keep Garoppolo. That makes zero sense for them. You got to give Trey Lance the reins. But if you don't think Lance is ready, trading Jimmy G and conniving your way to acquiring Tom Brady actually does begin to make some sense. Now, if you want more on the Tom Brady 49ers Jimmy G trade storyline, my boy Chase Sr. has you guys covered on our Niners YouTube channel, youtube.com/49erstv. That link will be in the comments section and the description. So if you're a Niners fan, go subscribe right now. Let's hit the Giants, which part of the Eric Mangini argument was that the Giants would have to win more games and then Brady could come in and save them, which is a logical fallacy. If they're winning games, why are they getting a new QB? That probably means their QB is doing well, which I kind of don't think ends up happening. It's also based on the whole Brian Dable connection to Brady, which I understand. I get that side of it, but feels like a stretch. But none of it was a stretch like Brady back to New England. What are we doing here, guys? This is not LeBron James back to Cleveland. That's not how this works. I get that Brady knows the scheme and the team, but they just drafted Mac Jones. And he played pretty well, by the way, for a first-year player. And Brady wanted out of New England. So why would he end up going back? I thought the Mangini Brady destinations list was, well, there's a reason why he got fired in the NFL. That's the way I'd put it on that front. Today's show is presented by Manscaped. You can get the Ultra Premium Package, which you see on screen right here. Deodorant, body spray, shampoo and conditioner, 2-in-1 by the way, body wash, the lip balm as well. 20% off and free shipping, drops the price down to under $40 at manscaped.com/chat. That URL plus promo code chat gets you 20% off and free shipping on all of their men's grooming products, including Lawnmower 4.0, the Perfect Package, the Ultra Premium Collection. All of it. We'll put the link and the promo code in the comment section and in the description. Let's go to Green Bay now. Davante Adams, and then we'll hit Aaron Rodgers after this. Adams is set to be a free agent, and their GM, or VP of Football Ops, the official title is there, Brian Gutekunst, doesn't want to use the franchise tag on Davante Adams, saying during his press conference the Packers could possibly let him walk in free agency, and then also saying the franchise tag is a last resort, and we don't want to use it because it's a bit tricky to make it work from a contract perspective. But the alternative is also losing Davante Adams and maybe Aaron Rodgers in the process. So I find that tough to see the Packers allowing, and I would say foolishly, letting their only good receiver walk in free agency. Now, where things get dicey is the contract. Davante Adams, rightfully so, wants to get the bag. Now, as things sit currently, DeAndre Hopkins, as part of a very weird trade unique contract, makes $27.25 million per year from the Arizona Cardinals. Now, they paid him a bunch of new money when they got him from the Texans. It was some weird kind of stuff going on with the way that deal was sorted out. So it's a bit of an outlier deal, but if I'm Adams, I'm asking for $28 million. Maybe I settle for $25, but with the salary cap set to explode, that's what the market looks like for these premier players. So I think, emphasis on think, that Davante Adams is back in Green Bay in 2022. What do you guys think, though? Where will Adams play? I know Raiders fans are going to type in Raiders. I'm all for it. Make your predictions for me in the comment section. Where will Davante Adams play in 2022? With free agency here, we're going to keep you guys updated with everything going on. So if you want daily NFL videos on the draft, free agency, news, rumors, trades, and everything else in between, you guys have come to the right spot. Hit that big red button and subscribe right now. We'll stick in Green Bay with the Aaron Rodgers continuation storyline as Pat McAfee, he went on his show, Rodgers did, said he has not made a decision yet on his future. This coming, of course, after the, what I call his wine drunk post, being very grateful for all these different people following his, I call it weird, other people call it normal, cleanse that he went through. And the rumors have ranged from he's going to get traded to, he's going to go back to Green Bay, he might retire, he might call it a career. Whatever it is, once Rodgers makes his decision, that's one of the, if not the biggest domino to fall this year in the NFL offseason landscape, because we've got less than a month until free agency, and Green Bay wants to know if Rodgers is their guy or not. So what ends up happening, you think, with Rodgers this offseason? Type P for he goes back to the Green Bay Packers. Type R for he retires, or type in T where he gets traded somewhere else this offseason. Now, if you're typing in T, some teams that make some sense. I think Washington, New York, maybe Philly. Those other NFC teams should be all in on a potential Aaron Rodgers trade. The Browns could certainly make sense given some ties there. The Raiders, if they don't want Derek Carr. And the two that make the most sense, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Speaking of the Broncos, if you want more on the Aaron Rodgers to Denver trade possibility, our Broncos breakdown host, Matthew Peterson, keeping you guys covered with everything going on that front on our Broncos-only YouTube channel. So go subscribe. Link will be in the comments section and in the description, youtube.com/Broncos TV. Let's go cornerback now. More free agency conversations here on J.C. Jackson, as Jackson is accusing the Patriots of not wanting him, saying no contract talks have happened between the two sides yet, with less than a month to go until free agency. Jackson, by the way, is easily one of the best free agents this offseason. Here's what Jackson told NBC Boston recently. I should say yesterday. Today, or quote, "I guess they feel like they don't need me. I guess I can't be that important to them. I know I am, but they're not showing me. I love the game. If they tag me, I'm going to go out there and play. Whatever happens, happens. I'm taking it day by day, but it's time for me to get paid. It's time for Mr. INT to get paid." I love the quote, by the way, call himself Mr. INT, which he was this past year. So where do you think J.C. Jackson ends up playing this upcoming year? Patriots still the favorite because they could just, franchise tag him in the end. But I want to know, where do you think Jackson ends up this upcoming season? Wherever he is, he's going to get paid. 8 interceptions, 23 pass breakups. There were questions about how would Jackson fare without Stephon Gilmore opposite him. The answer, a resounding awesome. Like that was super impressive and a great year out of Jackson, who's going to command big money. Jalen Ramsey is the highest paid corner in the NFL at $20 million. In the event that J.C. Jackson hits the open market, I think there's a chance he commands more than Jalen Ramsey. Not because he's a better corner, so that's how the market works. If you're one of the best guys at your position, you end up getting into a situation where you get paid the most. That's how all these positions work. If you're top 5, top 10-ish on position, you might get paid the most. So I think at minimum, he's going to command, Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lattimore type of money. Other corners or on the New England Patriots roster are Jalen Mills and Jonathan Jones. I like Jonathan Jones. I think he's a good number 2/nickel, but you can't have Jalen Mills as one of your 2 best corners with Jonathan Jones. That's not good enough. So if I'm New England, and I still think this is what ends up happening, they figure it out with J.C. Jackson. He's too important and too good for the Patriots to lose him this offseason.